This is by far the best controller on the market, and we're gonna cover why it's the best controller on the market. And ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about the Razer Raiju V3 Pro. I dropped another video before this video explaining when I first got it, and we were happy as far as unboxing the controller and seeing the controller for the first time and playing around with it for the first time. I was very, very excited, and I still am very excited. They will be one thing at the end that we will have to talk about that it doesn't make it or break it, but it is irritated. And I'm pretty sure you guys, if you do own it, you will figure it out also. But for the people who doesn't own it and you want to purchase this controller, you might want to know this last one. But let's get right into it. The Raiju is probably the best felt controller in my hand that I've ever felt before. And to be honest with you, I've had a lot of controllers. I've had the Sony Edge. I still do. I still have all these controllers. I've had the Wolverine V3 Pro 8K from Razer. I have that one also. I have the Scuff Reflex Pro, the TMR version. I have that one also. I do have the Vader Pro number 4. I'm waiting for the 5 to be released because they didn't send it to me, obviously. But I have quite a collection of controllers. So therefore, the range, I know what I'm speaking about. And by the way, Razer is not paying me for this, may I add, but the Razer Raiju V3 Pro not only feel, in my opinion, premium, and it's kind of different too because it's light. It's a lighter controller. It doesn't have the rumble. I don't care for it, so I'm very I love controllers that don't have the rumble in them, because it feels light and I could go on and play for hours upon hours. So that makes sense for me. You may be a person that love the rumble and you play racing games and you want to feel everything and X, Y, and Z. But for me, this makes perfect sense. So that's why I don't mind at all. And to be honest, if you could fit more technology in there instead of the rumble, I will for surely take the more technology, the better controller instead of a vibration, because I play FPS games. So I don't want anything vibrating in my hands. So therefore, the Raiju V3 Pro does a wonderful job at not being so clunky and heavy in my hand. So next is the joysticks. The joysticks, in my opinion, are very, very smooth, precise. I mean, buttery smooth. There's nothing else that compares to it, in my opinion. And I mean, this is the final review because I've had it for 3-4 days now or something like that. So it's really grown on me. It's really becoming my number one controller. I haven't put it down yet. I've been playing Battlefield 6. I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7 with this controller, and I have not put it down yet. Now, that being said, let's go over the Synapse app. Okay, let's make this bigger. Let's go over it in depth. Now that I actually have my button layout all customized for what I like and what I do. As you could tell right now, this is for the Battlefield layout. So my D-pad left and up is connected to the M1 and the M2. If you play Battlefield, you will know that it's for I play support, so it's for the fib and my ammo for the top ones. And then of course the back buttons is to slide, jump, reload, interact with things and stuff like that. So it makes it's beautiful because everything I need is right there. I do not have to move my hand from the controller, and I couldn't ask for anything better. And also the wired polling rate is 2000 on PC. Also, that's I know that's not the 8,000 that we're used to from the Wolverine, but the 2000 is just enough. It's perfect. The response rate is instant. The average person probably won't be able to tell the difference between the 2000 and the 8000. So I wouldn't really worry much. But if you do have it connected to a PS5, because it is a PS5 controller also, it only goes up to 500, which is fine. You probably wouldn't know the difference also, like either. If it was a true PS5 controller or PS5 controller made by Razer. So you're fine in that aspect also. Next is the D-pad direction. The 4-way, the 8-way, it doesn't matter. It's which one you prefer and what kind of game that you're playing. For me, it works fine with the 8-way, even FPS games, that works beautiful. Okay. Just whichever one works better in your hand. That's all that matters. Now, the next important thing is the triggers. Now, I didn't think this was going to be as important, but it made a huge difference in my lifestyle of FPS gaming, so you will say. Now, you could either have this analog or digital. I will tell you right now, digital is so much better for FPS. And if you are the type of person that's just playing relaxing games and you're not really worrying about competitive nature, analog will work just fine. You don't need to change it to the digital. But if you are playing FPS, digital is king. You could change the percentage, right, from 1 to 100%. Whichever one feels better to you, you could play around with it. I found the 10, I guess you would say 10%, is perfect for me, and it's beautiful. The response rate is amazing. I couldn't ask for more. The next important thing is the rapid fire, rapid trigger. Same thing. Get with me. I didn't think it was gonna make a big difference, but I mean, when I aim down sight, it's quick because I have the rapid trigger on both my left and my right. It is instant. It is instant. No time being wasted. And also when I'm shooting those pistols and I'm tapping it, you know what I'm talking about? Tapping it. My God, it feels like an automatic weapon. That's how fast it's going. The faster you can flick the beam, you know the results. The better results you get, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're golden. Okay, so the rapid trigger does work. Now, I don't think you'll get banned for it because I don't think. I mean, I've been playing fine. I don't think you get banned for it because it's in the app that supports it. It's not like you're downloading a third-party app to make your rapid trigger go faster. So I don't think so. I've been playing fine. I haven't gotten no shadow ban or anything like that. I don't think you will, right? Because the computer recognizes Razer as a trustworthy application. The games will also know that the Razer app is a trustworthy app. So I don't think you'll get banned for it or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about that part. Now move on to the thumbsticks. The thumbsticks, I had to play around with it a little bit. You can go as far as 0% on the dead zone, which is amazing, right? You could go to 3%, 5%, 7%, 9, 11, 13, and 15 is the max. I wouldn't recommend 15, obviously. I wouldn't recommend anything above 3%. 3%, everything starts to feel a little bit stiffier. I would stay at 3%, 0 or 3%. Okay. Now, this controller, TMR sticks, has zero dead zone. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's like I got the perfect one. And as you can see here, the sticks, even if you were to move them, they bounce right back to 0. If you had any type of drift, you would see the numbers move a little bit, even if it's showing that it's centering. Now I'm doing this myself to kind of give you guys what it would look like. But of course, if you just move them, let go, It goes right back to 0. And also in Battlefield and Call of Duty, my dead zones are set to 0. Not 1, not 2, but 0. And I have no drift. Everything is working perfectly fine. Now that's what we want from a controller. That's what we need. Perfection. Perfection is what we need. Especially at the price of $220. We need to see and feel what you did. Okay? Now, is it gonna be like this forever? I don't know, but so far so good. My Wolverine, same thing. I've had my Wolverine a lot longer. No stick drifts at all. Okay? Now let's move on to the circularity mode. Now I had to play around with that. And to be honest with you guys, it's such a small difference. I think that is hard to see it, to feel it. You know what I mean? But I've set my mind to circular, and I've been frying. It's been great, and I don't think I'm gonna go back to standard. Circular smoothens the motion to create a more rounded movement, and standard keeps the diagonal direction pronounced. Now, to me, circular sounds better, right? Because I want things to be smooth. I want things to feel like I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It's just smooth movement. So I said, okay, well, let me get used to this. So that's what I've gotten used to so far. You guys let me know in the comment section if you have this controller, which one you prefer, the standard or the circular. But I'm going with the circular myself. It might be preference, but I think for FPS games, this might be the move. And yeah, just let me know. So the next slide, prevent double dead zone. Now, it tells you to keep this on, okay? It tells you to keep this on. This setting helps compensate for software dead zone added by games. It's recommended that this be kept enabled unless you can manually disable dead zone in game. I don't believe you can turn them off. Just because it's at 0 dead zones, I don't think it's off. I think it's at the least, but I don't think it's off. So in the games that I play, technically there's no off button toggle to turn off dead zone. So what I did was I dropped it to 0. That's the closest thing to off. So I'm keeping this on for now. Everything is feeling great. If you guys know something better as far as this controller would work better if this was off, please let me know in the comment section. That would help. But I haven't seen anyone talking about this particular toggle over here, prevent double dead zone. I haven't seen it on the internet, on YouTube. No one's been talking about it. So I'm kind of just making my own decision. It's okay, right? It's fine because there's an explanation right there. I could go back and forth and do some more testing and see, but so far so good. I'm liking it where it's at. So I'm going to leave it where it's at because that's what I've gotten used to already. And I don't think it probably would make a difference. It probably would make a difference, but so far so good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I won't. I'm just going to leave it right there. And I mean, basically that's it for the app, right? Because next you have the sensitivity clutch, which I do not use. Next you have the power. Basically this lets you choose when you want the controller to turn off when it's inactive. And then you have the calibration. That's if for some reason maybe you drop your controller or you've been playing like 30 hours and you a fucking sweat, and yeah, maybe you need to recalibrate. So far so good. I don't need to recalibrate, but this is where you would come and recalibrate the controller sticks if you needed them to be recalibrated. Now, I've spoke about this before. You do have options here to switch your profile. Now I have Battlefield and Call of Duty multiplayer for now. And then I'll probably have one for Warzone because the Call of Duty multiplayer, I don't have anything enabled for the M1 and the M2. I know for a fact when I'm playing Warzone, I will have to put plates on and interact with things faster. So I'm most likely going to dedicate one of these M1 or M2 buttons to put plates on, so that way I could do it a lot faster. So I'm probably gonna have to add a third profile just for Warzone, and then I'll have a regular profile for every other game, because every other game is basically the same button layout. So that's basically the app. Okay, it's not too confusing. It's straight to the point, because this is an elite controller. It's for pros, so it gets straight to the point. Now, for the last piece of information that's very important to me, I don't know about you guys, but it kind of irritated me. When you plug this controller in, it is stuck on a Xbox layout. Okay, you can't change it to a PS5 layout on PC. I haven't tried PS5 yet. I do have a PS5 sitting right here, but I would hope that it's PlayStation layout if you were to plug it in. I'm pretty sure it is, but on PC it is an Xbox layout, and I did my research because no one else on the internet was talking about it as far as YouTube goes. So I had to go on Razer.com to support, and the question is right here under general information. Why does the Razer Raiju V3 Pro appears as an Xbox controller on my PC? This is expected behavior. The Raiju V3 Pro uses X input when connected to a PC, so it will be detected as an Xbox controller. Now, I don't know about you guys. Buying a $220 controller, I should be able to have the PS5 layout also, because other controllers that are not made by Sony that are PS5 controllers show up as a PS5 controller. Now, I mean, come on now. We should be able to do this in 2025. Let me know if you guys are frustrated by that also, but this is the only thing that's like, I wish it was this instead of that, but it's still not enough for me to not play with this controller. Is so damn good, right? That's the only negative thing I would say about it, but everything else is a big W. Everything else is a big W, man. Like, I don't know another controller that's gonna beat this one. You guys let me know in the comments if there's another controller that could compete with this, and if it gets, I don't know, 100 likes, maybe I'll purchase that controller and see my damn self. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you have not liked or subscribed, I would definitely appreciate that too. Have a good night.